All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, Bruce and I have the pleasure at the NFL Combine to talk to Sheena Quick, who is on the Panthers beat. So, Sheena, first of all, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you guys for the invite.
How you doing? How's the Combine going for you?
It's going. I think everything's about to start kicking up with the workouts and all that stuff. So it's about to get really exciting.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to jump right into it. There's a lot of discussion. Panthers have the 9th pick in the draft, obviously, with us here at the Combine. There's a lot of quarterbacks. What do you think they're going to do with that pick? Are they trading up? Are they going to go get a quarterback? What's the word on the street?
I think they'll try to trade up. The thing is, there's a lot of quarterback needy teams ahead of them. Whether they're going to be able to actually do that remains to be seen. But I do think that would be like their first. I would assume that would be, first on their priority list to try to move up and get their guy.
Mm-hmm. If they don't, is Sam Darnold coming back? What will the rest of that quarterback room look like? If you take the draft away, what does the rest of that room look like?
If you take the draft away, like they're just not going to draft a quarterback, it looks like tumbleweeds. Like seriously, the only quarterbacks under contract right now are Jacob Eason and Matt Corral. Yeah. Who honestly, they haven't even factored him into any of these conversations. You're hearing Derek Carr, you're hearing, are they going to take one of the top 4 to 5 guys, or are they going to trade up? No one's talking about Matt Corral. And I think that is very, very important. And it's unfortunate. I think he's gotten lost in the shuffle, but you guys know how that is.
Right.
He didn't get a fair shot because he got hurt. He didn't have a rookie season at all. That would have been a great prove-it year or a great, developmental year last year with Baker and Sam going down. We saw PJ Walker step in, and he did a good job when he got his opportunity.
I love PJ.
PJ's a class act. But Matt Corral just kind of got the short end of the stick there. And I don't think I don't really think they're factoring him into their plans. There's some reports that they are working on a deal with Sam Darnold. I didn't get the sentiment that they were close to a deal with Sam Darnold. However, I would understand them signing Sam Darnold, but also still draft, because you have to draft your quarterback of the future, and Sam Darnold is not.
Agree.
And Sam Darnold gives you a good veteran presence, even if he's not the future. As you saw last year, plenty of injuries can happen. By the way, just a real quick note, I love PJ Walker because that's how I got my start doing stuff in sports was the XFL.
Oh, nice.
So I love anytime PJ Walker touched the field, all of my timeline would fill up with all my XFL guys going crazy.
Played well.
He did.
I feel like he played well enough to get himself paid elsewhere.
In
this league. He's shown that he can play in this league.
Especially
it's a quarterback thirsty league too. So to be honest with you, I 100% agree with that.
Especially that game, it was against the Falcons, right? The incredible was that to DJ Moore?
It was to DJ Moore,
and then DJ Moore screwed it up with the celebration.
Look. Tony Dungy will argue you into the depths of hell about that call because he felt like it was not inappropriate. It's not called uniformly throughout the league.
Yeah,
because you saw several players take their helmets off and no one else got penalized like DJ Moore, and that honestly it cost them the game. It cost them the lead in the NFC South.
That was a really big game.
It was a big game. It was a big moment. Of course, Eddie P missed those kicks, but you're not kicking a 35-yard extra point without that penalty.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think PJ Walker definitely he made a case for himself to be paid elsewhere.
Yeah. So Sheena, you've kind of already you just alluded to it a little bit about the NFC South and like how it isn't the. It's very competitive in a standpoint.
It's either competitive because no one wants to win the league or win the division, or it's competitive because everybody has a viable opportunity.
So what I'm going to ask you is a very general question. What can the Panthers do in this draft to put themselves, even if they don't get a quarterback,
they got to get a quarterback.
To put themselves.
She said they're getting a quarterback.
Hey, I love it. But if they don't get a chance to get the quarterback that they want in this draft, say it's in later rounds, say whatever. But who can they draft at the number 9 spot that can put them in a position to be better than everybody else in the South?
I'm sorry, but the only position that can do that right now is a quarterback.
Okay.
Because the quarterbacks are in flux. Marcus Mariota just got cut released by the Falcons. Of course, Tom Brady retired. The Saints have no idea what they're doing. you know, and then the Panthers don't know what they're doing. So I think that's really the only viable position that they really, really need. I don't know if you guys remember a couple years back, they had an all defense draft, all defensive draft.
Yes,
those
I remember that.
guys are mature. I mean, they were terrible in almost every category that season, but you've seen those guys who are still very young, very young. Have seen them come together and put together, you know, a really formidable defense, especially in that division. So other than quarterback, I mean, that's what's going to set them apart from the other teams. I mean, you can add a wide receiver, you can add a tight end. You need to re-sign Deontay Foreman. Chuba Hubbard's under contract, so you got stuff that you a nice to have. I call them nice to haves. You have nice to have positions that you can go after, but a quarterback is a must have. And I think that it's so ironic that, you know, they call Frank Reich the quarterback whisperer. Some people did. I'm not sure where that name came from, because when he was here, he struggled to find a consistent quarterback. Sometimes that was with injury. That's, you know, not necessarily always his fault. But then you go into a situation where the quarterback position has been in flux ever since Cam Newton was released in 2020.
True.
You know, we're going into we're in 2023, and they still have no answers. You went through Teddy Bridgewater, you went through Sam Darnold, went through Baker Mayfield, and so I think the collective feeling is that, okay, we're over the retread quarterbacks. Draft us a guy. You know, if we need a bridge or we need insurance because of the injuries last year, sign Sam Darnold back, because he did play well in those last 5 games. There's not a huge market for Sam Darnold. Like, you're not going to have to pay top dollar.
And the bar was not very high.
Right.
You're not going to have to pay top dollar for Sam Darnold. I've seen Jacoby Brissett's name.
I actually really like that.
I think that would be a good move too, you know, but I just don't think the Derek Carr for me is a no, mainly because of the price tag.
What's the estimated amount that
he's looking for? Like 35.
Really?
Yeah.
How many years?
At least.
I mean, I'm guessing it would be a shorter term deal, because he would want to. He's not in his 30s yet, I believe. So he would want to get.
He's turning 32.
He
later on this month. Yeah.
Now I'm making myself feel. I'm not, but I'm making myself feel.
I'm pushing 40, so.
Same.
And
I'm 22. I can't talk.
I do not feel old. You're what?
I'm 22.
How do you mean? Why would you say you feel old?
Because he hangs out with my old ass. I'm 38.
Just for context, Bruce was my high school baseball coach.
Nice.
That's how we met. So yes, hanging around him makes me feel older. But I do agree the price tag would be difficult. What do you want, Anthony Richardson?
I wouldn't be opposed.
Okay.
I think he has tremendous upside. I don't know if he, you know, everyone says he's not pro ready immediately.
Right. Yeah, but he had nothing around him for. Okay, I'm sorry. With all due respect to the guys that he was playing with.
I went to Florida State, so you don't have all due respect for the Gators. You can say whatever you want.
So that trash offense.
Right.
Just go off.
I just don't want to disrespect those guys over there. You know, but they weren't as talented. They weren't as talented as some of the other guys that some of the more top tier quarterbacks in the draft were throwing to. So I mean, honestly, I don't think that'd be a bad pick for the Panthers.
I don't either. I think that's a good pick. I don't know if he'll fall to 9. I think a lot of people are kind of like, you know, they have their eyes set on those, you know, on
Will Levis,
Stroud and Young. Like, everyone's looking at those guys, and I think he's kind of the sleeper in a sense. Even though the buzz is picking up around him, I expected to probably pick up a lot after the workouts here and after the interviews here. He's interviewing well. Teams are doubling back to interview him and talk to him another, 2 and 3 times. So I don't think that would be a bad pick for them. I think that there are a lot of the Cam Newton athleticism comparisons.
I've seen a lot of that.
You know, if you have the pieces around you, they finally have fixed the offensive line. Hopefully they bring Bradley Bozeman back. He's kind of the missing. He's a free agent. Hopefully they bring Deontay Foreman back. He wants to be back. He's shown like the Panthers' running attack was insane after the McCaffrey trade. Yeah. Because, I mean, when you have a player like Christian McCaffrey, it's easy to settle into using him for everything and you don't take advantage of the other talent. So without Christian McCaffrey, everybody else got a chance to step up, and I thought they did a great job of that. You have DJ Moore, who's going to get his yardage. I don't care. Except for when Baker Mayfield's a quarterback. I don't know what Baker has against wide receiver ones.
That was such a weird few weeks.
I don't know what he has against wide receiver ones, but like, DJ was getting like 1 and 2 targets and things like that. And this is somebody that put up 1,000-yard receiving seasons with different quarterbacks, like back to back. He was very close this year.
I'm totally okay with having
can't have DJ.
I'm cool with having DJ in Chicago.
See, that's what it sounds like when somebody. That's what it sounds like when someone commits to their star player, Bruce.
You can't have DJ.
That's what it sounds like.
But then Terrace Marshall Jr. is coming into his own. I mean, he has a big body. He has soft hands. He's a great route runner. If you put it anywhere near him, he's coming down with the ball. You saw him make some phenomenal catches. You have Shi Smith. He gets great separation. Once he works on securing the ball a little bit better, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I mean, you just have. They need a tight end. Yeah, they need a tight end. Tommy Tremble isn't terrible. He's still young. He's still developing. But they do need a tight. They would nice to have a tight end.
Nice to have.
It would be a nice to have, and you have
tight end. Nice to have.
Yeah, nice to have, and then you have a good defense. So, like you said, he would have weapons. Around him.
True.
He would definitely. And Laviska Shenault, I can't leave him out. He's a playmaker.
Yeah.
So you have the weapons. You just. If they get the quarterback position wrong, that would be like such a travesty because the division is right there.
It's there for
the taking.
So wide open.
It really is.
And those coaching hires, they've been knocking it out of the park with their coaching hires.
Talk about that, Sheena. I've heard so many good things about Frank Reich legitimately building like a super team staff.
I really like.
I mean, he really was over there building the dream team. You got Jim Caldwell, Dom Capers, just the two of them and the wealth of knowledge and experience they have.
Dom Capers with that terrible haircut.
Yeah, I didn't even say it, y'all. I didn't even say
it. Don't.
I'll say it.
Go ahead, Sheena. Don't question about that.
Man,
I said it, not her.
They were on that timeline losing it, and I was like, "Why are y'all like this Panthers Twitter?"
But everybody was like, it wasn't just Panthers. So I'm a Packers fan. Dom Capers used to coach for the Packers, and Packers fans were doing it too.
Like,
Sheena,
I was like this, and afterwards, people were like, I couldn't look over at you because I was going to lose it. And I was like, when I tell you, I had like the silent cry, my chest started hurting, my tears were streaming down my face, and I could not look up because I'm like, why wouldn't someone have like given me a heads up? No pun intended.
Why didn't someone give him a heads up?
Pun intended. I'm like, y'all
who approved that?
You can't just let him walk in there like that, like,
right?
We got to make a cut of this, like, and like make sure people see what his haircut
because
is.
You can't just you can't spring that on someone. Like, I was not prepared. I'm just glad I wasn't in the front that day.
For real.
I just was not prepared, and y'all, I was. So
you got to send out a media.
I had to lower my head. Like, my chest was hurting. I was laughing so hard. It was tears.
You got to send out a press release about that or something, bro.
Say, look, guys, especially me, because I'm going to laugh. Like, if there's something funny and we're supposed to be serious, do not look over at me because I am kiki and I'm slapping my thigh. Like, we're going to laugh. We're going to laugh.
I love it.
We're going to laugh. But just with those guys and their knowledge, Thomas Brown is the OC, Gerald Evero as the defensive coordinator. Got Deuce Staley. Josh McCown. Like, you got some.
And Josh.
Talk about someone who can develop a quarterback. Yeah,
Joshy football, baby.
Yeah, so it's just like for you to make all these moves, and they're trying to move as far away from the Matt Rule era as possible. You could see it in the approach to the staffing and things like that, and to just get that wrong would be just such a travesty because everything is in place.
They've started off so well.
And getting you a young rookie. This is a young team. You can run this out for a while.
So Sheena, I'm gonna switch gears here with you if you don't mind. Obviously, I'm a Chicago Bears fan.
Man.
I'm a Chicago Bears fan, and we're not going to talk about the roster. We're not going to talk about Fields. I love Justin Fields. He's the man. Bears aren't trading him. But anyway.
I don't think so either.
Soldier Field is an absolute dump. All right, I said it. The Carolina Panthers. I can't recall what the stadium name is, but
Bank of America.
Bank of America. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So from things that I've heard through some people, it's not the nicest there either.
It's not.
Has there been any kind of talks about that stadium being upgraded or them moving or anything like that?
Do you mean the playing surface or?
Yeah, playing surface.
Anything, honestly, playing surface, stadium,
everything.
Well, the turf is obviously something that a lot of the players don't like, but they have Charlotte FC, they have the soccer team, and then David Tepper was really big on wanting to be able to host concerts and stuff.
Right.
They had Elton John there,
right?
And some big names have been coming through there, but
not a huge Elton guy.
The players, I'm a huge Elton John fan, but the players have been very vocal, but there has been no communication back from David Tepper that has been made public or available to
and they own the stadium, right? Like does I
believe so.
I mean, the only reason why I'm asking
David Tepper has a lot of money, so he owns a lot of stuff. So he probably does. Fair. He probably does own that.
It's because the Chicago Park District actually owns Soldier Field. It's not,
and they just won't.
And they don't want to change the turf.
Same reasoning. They want to be able to
host other stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's. right now it looks like it's falling on deaf ears. We just haven't gotten any public feedback from him on that. So yeah, I mean, that's something to keep an eye on. I know that after the Detroit game, the NFLPA had filed a grievance.
Yes, I did hear about that.
Against the Panthers. I'm not sure whatever came of that, or if it's even.
You never hear the results.
You hear the results of that.
No.
Matter of fact, I'm going to look that up. But yeah, so it's been a bone of contention. Like people have the players have been very vocal about wanting to go back to grass.
How'd they do on that NFLPA scorecard thing that came out yesterday? Did you see that?
Oh yeah, good call.
I think did they get a minus or B? They didn't do terrible.
No, I actually think they were.
I was about to look that up.
It wasn't terrible.
So
I think I screenshot it.
the Bears scorecard wasn't very good.
The Bears scorecard was terrible.
It wasn't very
Panthers
good.
ranked 12th out of 32 teams.
Overall.
Yeah. The floors in the pool room are unsafe, apparently.
Floors and pool stuff that has nothing to do with me. Things that
Right.
things that I will never see for 100.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. This is the
Treatment of facilities A. The only
Treatment
bad
of
one was
families.
food service nutrition. Or
That's crazy
treatment of
because
families.
it always smells good. So I don't know if it's just unhealthy food.
I have no idea.
mean-
Everything else other than food
Yeah,
service
they-
and nutrition,
So that
they did really well at. They were actually the top training staff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Everything else was, kind of mid-tier, but I would assume a lot of that might improve under new coaching, maybe, if there's...
I don't know how much the coach, I don't know
Right.
if they have a lot to do with that part of
Fair.
it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Fair. So we got Sheena Quick with us, Packers. Excuse me. Panthers beat person. And so I got one question for you. I want an opinion from the outside looking in.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to go down that road. All right. So when you look at the Chicago Bears and you look at Justin Fields more specifically, what is your thoughts and opinion on that man?
I hope they don't waste his prime.
Agree.
That's fair.
That's the long and the short of it. I mean, this is coming from somebody that covered Cam Newton.
Right. That's why, because in my
And saw
mind,
his career cut short because they didn't
Yep.
put the pieces around him that he needed.
right.
So
Dynamic runner, has able to make the throws, and the similarities are very striking. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Sheena, thank you so much for coming out, spending some
you
time
guys
with us.
for having me.
This
Yeah.
has been a pleasure.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one more. I'm not gonna let Sheena walk away.
Oh, yeah, I know. Especially since you said you were out last night.
Sure, exactly.
I know where you're going with
So whenever anyone's on with us, we always ask them like random ass question, and it's
Okay.
always usually me asking the random ass question.
Okay.
So said random ass question is alcohol of choice, beer, whatever, doesn't matter. And if you don't want to give it, totally okay with it. If you want to say like, okay,
like as far as like a cocktail,
doesn't matter, whatever. Like if you, as soon as you sit
this.
down,
If you're going out, first drink you order.
yeah, and you're like, man, it was like a long ass day. I just want to grab something.
with
and just,
dinner, a lemon drop martini.
Okay.
Really?
But if
That actually
I'm having-
sounds really good.
If I'm having like a cigar or something like that, I'll have a smoked old fashioned. I know those are two
I love
vastly different drinks, but I'm
What's
weird.
the
That's a
like,
good variety,
weird.
though.
I'll
That's
listen-
impressive.
I'll listen to like Young Thug, and then the next song will
Yeah.
be Elton John.
I
Like
love that.
that's how eclectic I'm
I'm not gonna go with the
definitely
whole-
not in the box.
I love that.
I won't go with the Elton John thing, but I will definitely go.
Who doesn't like Elton
I just-
John?
I just don't-
Yeah, I'm
like,
kind of mad at that. I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna lie.
I'm not just not, you know.
But Benny and the Jets.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it. Like,
I-
but I'm more like
I'm not even
Freddie
like-
Mercury, like something.
Okay, yeah,
something like that. Like,
I love Queen. I love Queen.
Yeah.
Queen.
I love Queen.
You know all that, but you
Yeah.
should, very eclectic mix of music that I listen to. As well.
I'm
Just
the
for
I'm
whatever
the young
reason.
one, and I like Elton John. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Just
Well, I
like
mean,
that.
he redeemed himself with Queen, but
Yeah.
I do. Before we go, I do want to mention that Jerry Richardson, former owner of the Carolina Panthers,
I did
has
see
passed
that
away.
today.
So
Oh, yeah,
condolences
I
to
saw
his
that.
family.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Condolences to his family for sure.
Yes.
And well, thank you so much for your time. It's much
Thank you
appreciated.
guys for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And if you want to let people know what where they can follow you on Twitter or anything like that, please let
Follow at your own risk, and and listen. I post football, but I also post food. So if that's gonna piss you off,
Oh yes.
like somebody said on a message board that they would actually post these weird close-ups of food, I had to unfollow, and I wanted to like make a burner and ask him what dish was it that got me out of there? Like, what delicious dish
What was
just pissed
amazing?
you off? What was the
Should
final
be out here like
straw?
Kevin Durant with the bird.
What was the final straw? What was it? Was it gumbo? Was it something gluttonous? I mean, I don't know, but
Oh my
follow
gosh.
at your own risk. I'm at Sheena_Marie3.
All right, I have to ask real quick. Do you cook? Is it
Every night.
you cook every night?
Yeah.
Oh
Except
my
for Friday and
gosh.
Saturday nights.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, now I'm excited since I followed you yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
I need to be on the lookout for that.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Well, guys, make sure to give her a follow. And Carolina Panthers all year. I think they'll have a better season. and excited to see what they can do.
For sure.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. And with that, here's a word from our auto insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group.